This is George from High Tech Legion. When it comes to cooling fans, most people look at CFM as being the most important spec that they're going to see. But in today's world, with ever-increasing use of radiators and of course CPU coolers, static pressure is every bit as important, if not more important, than the actual CFM of the fan. Static pressure is the measurement of exactly how hard the air blows. You can move all the air in the world if you want, but if it's not blowing hard enough to get through a radiator or CPU cooler, it's really not going to do any good. The new Cooler Master JetFlo 120, while listed as a case fan, shows off some of the highest airflow and some of the highest static pressure we've ever seen from a 120mm fan. While typically there's not a lot physically to look at in a fan, the Cooler Master JetFlo 120 has some really cool stuff going on. First off, let's take a look at the packaging. Comes in very nice packaging, as you see. Flip open door, and we see some interesting things on the inside of the door. All shock absorbing pads, of course, on the 4 mounting points. Smart engine for high efficiency, low stalling point, dust proof, and believe it or not, water resistant, and also polarity proof. Advanced blade design, a little bit different blade design, going to move a bit more air and keep the noise down a little bit. Performance meets silence, an amazing 95 CFM at only 36 dBA. Now you say only 36 dBA, obviously that is not a really low figure, but it is a very low figure for 95 CFM. So everything's going to be relative. It's actually very quiet for the amount of air it's going to move. POM, which is polyoxymethylene bearing design, provides very long life. Life expectancy of about 160,000 hours, meantime between failure. But not only that, polyoxymethylene bearings are very, very quiet and vibration resistant. Now, also we see down here air pressure versus airflow chart, as well as a noise chart down below. Going around the back, you get the actual specs we're looking for, that 95 CFM. The air pressure is actually, like I say, 2.72 millimeters, which is extremely high for a 120 millimeter fan. Actually, one of the highest we've seen. So it's a perfect choice for radiators, perfect choice for CPU coolers. It is, like I say, it is listed as a case fan. It's going to do a heck of a job in a case as well. It's going to move a ton of air, but it's really just going to be perfect, moving on to applications that need the air pressure to go through. Now let's take a look at the fan itself. Like I say, it got some cool things going on. Nice clear blades, as you can see, with a cutout on the end, which is going to enhance turbulence, keep the noise down, and keep more air moving, and keep it a little bit quieter. Cooler Master logo right in the front. It is a blue LED fan, as you can see in the pictures, so you do have the blue LEDs going on. Now, very interesting design right here. The 4 connecting feet themselves are completely rubber. They are attached to a round fan frame. The entire assembly is rubber, so you're going to get the least amount of vibration possible. Also, as you take a look, it is threaded inside, metal threaded insert on the inside. So you've got a really nice looking fan here. Really like the completely rubber, like I say, mounting points. And also you've got the mounting point that protrudes a little bit in the back, so when you are blowing through a radiator or whatnot, it's not going to touch. Or if you're going onto a CPU cooler, as I say, you're not going to get a touching point in the back of the fan. It actually is going to stand off just a tiny bit, as you can see. Very, very nice cable design, completely sleeved all the way to the end, completely black. Really nice looking all the way around. Great specs, and like I say, really a nice looking fan. Very interesting design from Cooler Master. In terms of accessories, the JetFlo 120 comes with 2 low noise adapters, a 1600 RPM adapter that you see here. Now it is a 4-pin PWM fan. When you put on the adapter, it is going to be constant speed. So 1600 RPM, also second 1200 RPM speed adapter that you see here. Also comes with 4 mounting screws. Now I did say you've got a metal threaded mounting point here with the matching screws. These are not a standard fan screw, so make sure you don't lose the screws and think you're going to be able to use a standard mounting fan screw. So now I did say that the JetFlo 120 really, obviously from the specs, aimed at radiators, so we're going to throw it onto a SwiftTech H220 and see just how well it performs. As you can see in our test, the JetFlo 120 performed very, very well. No problems at all knocking a couple of degrees off the top end on the H220. Now this of course did come at the expense of some noise. I mean, there's no way around it. If you're going to move more air, you're going to make a little bit more noise. So yeah, the JetFlo 120 was a bit louder than the H220 fan. It was more than a bit louder. It was significantly louder than the stock H220 fans. There's no question about that. Now, bringing it down to 1600, we still got great performance and was about on par with the stock H220 fan, but you still got a little bit better performance than you did with the H220 fan. Bring it down to 1200, it was nice and behaved, not too loud in any way, shape, or form. Still got great performance. Using PWM, bringing it down to about 800, it was near silent. Still very good performance. No matter what speed we ran it at, we got great air movement to noise from the JetFlo 120. So really, all around, it worked out very well. Really like the design. The blue LED was very nice. Absolutely love these mounting points that are all rubber. We got absolutely no vibration noise whatsoever from the JetFlos when it was mounted, so it worked out very, very well. The Cooler Master JetFlo 120 is going to get a High-Tech Legion Editor's Choice Award. It's priced right, fantastic performance, and incredible air movement out of a 120 millimeter fan, and like I say, actually very good noise to airflow.